Thank you. Horrible. Horrifying.
Halston?
Long.
Somewhere in between.
Alright, okay, so it was the summer after 7th grade and I was in camp, which is the only place that I was even like remotely popular. And I was dating a girl named Tiffany, and she was in cabin 1 and I was in cabin 8.
Are you here,
One
Tiffany?
day- Tiffany, are you here tonight? One day, Tiffany sent over an emissary to cabin 8 to say to me, Tiffany wants to French you on the last night of camp. And I was,
How old were you?
huh?
How old were you?
I was 12 or 13. 13.
How old were you?
I was 13. Nat was actually 18, so don't talk. Don't bring it
It was
up.
about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It was
So,
when we shot our scene.
all right. So I get really nervous. It's like 3 days till the end of camp, and I got a French girl, and like it's just so stressful thinking about it and everything. And then like the last thing comes, and we're all in a circle. There's this candlelight ceremony, and we sing "Leaving on a jet plane." And we're all crying because we're all nerds back in real life, and it's going to be horrible to return to our regular lives and everything. And then across the circle, I see Tiffany, and I'm like, oh. And we meet in the middle, and we wrap our arms around each other, and we begin to French. And it's not good. It's not a good French, but we're kind of keeping at it. It's a very tongue-driven
All right, Jack.
kiss.
All right, Jack. Sounds good, Jack.
And then I smell something and I realize that Tiffany has lit my hair on fire with her candle that she's holding with her arms wrapped around me. That's the end of the story. All right, you can get back on that track.
So, way to go.
Where do we go from there? I don't really know.
I lost my train of thought. I was out of camp with you just because of wow. Gotcha. Do we have our questions? I don't see.
Apparently
I
not.
guess.
Do we have any
Guess
audience
come
questions?
on.
We can,
Wait.
oh, wait,
there's a person.
yeah, there's a person. A spotlight. Hello, person.
My question's for John. When you first begin writing a new book, do any of your characters or plots reflect your previous books?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I mean, with Paper Towns, yes, because like I wrote Paper Towns like partly as a response to Looking for Alaska. Like I wanted to think more about the way that the like teenage male gaze, when we idealize or idolize young women and think of them as like more than human, we think that we're doing them some favor.
Because we are more than human.
What's that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He's right. But yeah.
Like when we create that power difference, like how problematic that can be and like how destructive it can be. And so I guess I was thinking about it then. I mean, right now I have no idea how to write a book. So if you have any tips, I feel like I should listen to you. What'd you say?
They said take your top off. What?
That's never helped. I'm trying that. Books don't come out.
Top off, top off, top off, Go on now. Go on now.
Nope.
Nat!
Nope.
Top off.
This is like a bad dream outside. Hi, does that say?
My name's Joseph Beaver. I have two questions.
Okay.
And I have a request for Nat and Cara, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be on a first name basis, but we're good there.
No.
No. Call me Nat.
Well, I certainly don't want to overstay my welcome, but my first question for John is, what do you consider your magnum opus? What is the greatest book you've written, and what's the book you're the most proud of?
None of them are that good, unfortunately. For me to think of any of them as in that category. My next book will be by far my best.
My next question for you is, is I think the reason a lot of young people and older people too can really relate to your novels is because there's so many natural and human relationships, not just romantically but otherwise in the novels. And I have to wonder, are any of these based on any of the protagonist's emotions, actions, or feelings based on your personal life?
That's a great question. I mean, yeah, to some extent. Like, I definitely think Looking for Alaska is autobiographical in a lot of ways. Obviously, I went to a boarding school a lot like the one that's in the novel. But, you know, like, I had a lot of Q's experiences. I also had a lot of Margot's experiences. I was very reckless when I was a teenager, and I went on a lot of road trips, and I didn't tell people where I was going. And I've always been interested in people who kind of took that one step further, I guess. So that's from my own experience.
Thanks, Beebs, thanks. We got one over here.
Hi guys, so my question is for all of you. What was your favorite scene to film?
John, what was your favorite scene?
Thanks for asking. It was my cameo. It was an amazing experience, like just being able to work with a director like Jake Schreier.
Carl.
Good comment time. I was John's acting coach, but please don't hold me accountable for his performance. One of my favorite scenes to shoot was that scene that you guys saw. The last scene that you guys saw was actually the first scene the one that.
That's a joke.
It was the first one I shot with my car, and it was the first one that I shot with Car, and I was like, this movie's gonna be really good after we shot it. And then my other favorite one was Prom, when I come in and I see these guys dancing, and I come dance with them because it was like, it was the end of shooting, and I was saying goodbye to these actors, and it was almost like real life, you know, real life in the movie became the same thing, because I didn't want to say goodbye to these guys that had grown, you know, to really love them and have such a great, you know, deep bond with them. So, and I think that comes across on screen, so I hope you guys all go see the movie if you don't see it tonight.
Shut up. What was your favorite scene?
She said my name, didn't you?
Carl. Okay. Oh, I mean, ma'am.
There goes. Probably. Well, to be honest, most of my scenes should be like with Nat, so I kind of had the worst time. Probably
You have to say
we really don't like each other, so it's kind of hard. It was probably the scene where I wasn't with him. No, probably my favorite scene.
Which one were you not with?
I don't know. I was with him the whole time, so that was kind of the biggest acting challenge I've ever had. Probably my favorite scene was. Okay. All of it was so fun, I don't know.
She can't remember a scene.
Thank you. Thanks. Sorry.
The kiss. She said the kiss.
She said the kiss.
She said that really hard.
Also, how about you?
Oh, my
Huh?
favorite.
What about someone's hands?
Who?
We're not gonna. That's not.
Austin,
I
how about you?
can't see, but there are a bunch of people out there. Hi guys.
Wait, I'm gonna say I know two of my favorite scenes. Gas station scene was really fun.
Paulson screams out,
1 minute! 1 minute!
it's my favorite imitation. Alright, keep going.
He's pretty good. And bathtub. I like bathtub scene.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Me too.
Okay, we're gonna go to this person.
The one with the pregnant dad?
Hi there.
I have a question. I know Kara kind of touched on this whenever you were first cast, about how you related to your character. I was wondering how everyone related to your characters, or everyone related to a different character maybe. I think you guys probably could relate to Margot the best. So could you touch on that a little bit more?
That one.
What? I read the book when I was on set of The Fault. Have you heard of The Fault in Our Stars? I was in that movie, and I had a bunch of time off while Shane and Ansel were doing their whole romance. And So I had to stay in my hotel, like pretending to be blind for 100 hours. And finally, I got bored. I picked up the rest of John's books and I read them all. And Paper Towns was my favorite. And a couple months later, I got a call from one of the producers, and he said, "Do you want to be in Paper Towns?" I said, "Yes, of course." And I related to both. I related to both Quinn and Margot, and kind of everyone, because I think John just writes really complex, great characters. And I thought Margot and Quinn were kind of similar.